The man used a small knife to scrape off the numbers and rewrote them with a ballpoint pen before sticking the label on. Although he had an above-average IQ, his skills in forging checks were lacking. When he tried to cash the forged check at the bank, he was refused by the teller. He then walked out of the bank. As he was leaving, a pilot walked by with several beautiful women around him. The man decided to impersonate a pilot. He first pretended to be a journalist and interviewed the airline's executives to gather details about pilots. Armed with this information, he forged a pilot's license and had a pilot's uniform made. He also bought airplane models, removed the airline logos from them, and stuck these logos onto the forged checks. With his pilot persona, he successfully cashed large amounts of money. He bought more airplane models and forged even more checks, but he wasn't satisfied. He then started impersonating a co-pilot, got dates with flight attendants, and cashed forged checks at the bank. With just a few words, he charmed the female bank teller. She even gave him a tour of the bank and showed him the check printing machine. Using the skills he had picked up and the ink recognition technology he had acquired from a bankrupt bank, his forgery skills became more and more realistic. Soon, he caught the attention of the FBI. The police traced the forged checks to his residence. When they burst into his room, they saw all kinds of tools, which further confirmed his criminal activities. The man had just come out of the bathroom and claimed to be from the intelligence agency, saying that the suspect had been arrested by his colleagues a few minutes earlier. He handed his wallet to the police, telling them it contained his identification. The suspect was being escorted to a police car nearby, and the people around the car seemed to confirm the man's story. The police believed him. The man then made an excuse to leave. When the police opened his wallet, they found only a bunch of small cards and realized they had been tricked. By then, the man had already left. After this incident, the man became even more confident. He called the police to apologize for what had happened and even told them his room number. The police, having been fooled once, were no longer easily convinced and avoided the topic. By chance, the police eventually identified the man as a young man from New York. After locking down his identity, they were surprised to find out that this master of deception was only 17 years old. Meanwhile, the man, who had grown tired of his pilot persona, decided it was time to change his situation.